Yeah. Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the moves, I got the groove, trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel, up and down, it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing, never napping. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Cashing in, cashing out, shake it, scream and shout. Pockets fat, but I'm staying lean. I'm the king of the trading scene. Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the moves, I got the groove, trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel, up and down, it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing, never napping. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Cashing in, cashing out, shake it, scream and shout. Pockets fat, but I'm staying lean. I'm the king of the trading scene. Yeah. Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the moves, I got the groove, trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing, never napping. Trade the dots.
Are we digging a new tune? Are we loving the new tune? I am. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I made the new tune specifically because I really wanted to emphasize the new strategy that I'm trading, which is super, super simplified dot trading, that I think you guys are going to really enjoy. And I kind of made the tune in honor of it. I'm going to explain to you exactly what I'm doing. We are trading right now. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're trading Apex Prop. Today, it's all funded accounts, both in Trade-of-8 and in wealth charts. We're going to trade wealth charts with you guys today, mostly. Hopefully, the screen is good today, right? Everybody should be able to see everything sharp. I think I got everything down as far as stress levels go from StreamYard. So hopefully everything is going to execute exactly the way I want it to. I have the layouts in the way I want it to. I have everything all set up. And more importantly, here's what I want to show you. I am trading. These are just my wealth charts. I have the exact, pretty much the same amount of in Trade-of-8 as well. I am trading one trade per account that I'm moving on to the next one, one trade per account, moving on to the next one. And as you can see, that obviously creates a very, very clean P&L for most of the stuff that I'm doing here. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to show you the setups that I'm using, and hopefully you guys are going to really like it. Screen looks good, very sharp, much better. Yeah, I think it was just weather and fucked up StreamYard yesterday. So I'm glad everything is looking a lot better. Let me explain the setup to you, because as you can see, I've literally cleaned the screen of everything but just the dots, so you guys can totally understand what I'm doing. So as I said, I'm trading funded accounts, which is I'm trading one micro lot. That's obviously very, very small. You could make the argument it's too small, but I'd rather be too small than too big in all of my positions. And most importantly, I'm doing the rolling trade. I am rolling from one account to the next. So I'm like sort of midstream. I have about 8 accounts. I started 11. This is, I think, a third cycle I'm going through today on this. So I go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, come back, another trade all the way through. Why is that so interesting and valuable? Now I forgot which account I was in. God damn it. Okay, let me see. It was the 20. Okay, 20 is the account I want to be in. Okay, fine. I'm in a 20 account. So why is that valuable? Well, because the most important aspect of this is psychological. You never afraid to take a trade because you're just taking one trade per account, right? It's not like you're going to blow your account on this one trade. And if the trade doesn't go well, you just clean psychologically. You clean your palate by moving on to the next one and try to bang that one. And by doing that, you're essentially creating a situation where almost every single account is net positive. Sometimes, obviously, they're going to be net negative during the day. But as you can see overall here, literally every single account is net positive on a full realized basis, right? And we're going to try and see if a couple of these accounts I got clipped on. We'll see if we can repair them as the day goes by. But overall, the whole idea is you are distributing risk, which is the single most important aspect of trading intelligent prop. And no single account is subject to blow up risk by doing it this way. Okay, so that's sort of the broad overall structure of how I'm trading. And by the way, I do the exact same thing on Trade-of-8, where we have a whole bunch of accounts. Now, these are all funded accounts. So we have all these funded accounts on Trade-of-8. I'll run you through those, a little bit later. But let's stick with wealth charts for now, because I want to show you how this works on the wealth charts platform really well. So my structure could not be simpler. We're gonna look at gold right now as a primary example. Right now, I'm negative trend. So 8 is below the 200. We dropped below the 4,200, right? And in order for me to trade make a trade in a reversal trade against trend, I need two conditions. I need a white dot, and then I need a green dot, like right now. It's happening right now. If the green dot confirms, that means I have a legitimate reversal trade, white dot, green dot, and I'm going to go long the trade, and I'm going to allow myself one unit average down to blend my price and resolve it in case I need it. I'm going to allow myself essentially one repair trade all throughout this trade cycle. So if this thing holds the green dot, basically about at around T minus 10 seconds, if we're in the green territory, I'm going to go join bid and try to establish a position. And then if I need to, I'll try to repair the position. Okay. Let me see if I have the proper. Yes, I have all the ticks ready here. So I'm just going to go join bid, see if I'm in. Okay, I'm in the trade. My stop is should be just a little bit underneath here, actually, underneath this white triangle. My position, I'm in 4209. I'm going to put in a like a 2-point position over here in case it slips against me. And if it goes forward, I'm just going to take my profit, which I'm going to do right now. And it's done. And now I'm going to cancel, and the trade is done. And boom, this particular account, the 20 account, positive trade. Now we roll on to the next one. So before we run on to the next one, I want to walk you through again what the setup is. It's white dot, green dot when I am doing reversals, when it's opposite trend. If it's in trend, meaning that I am with the broad trend, I'm just selling the purple dot. I am just selling this on the same idea. Sell, average in if I need to, and then resolve. So when I am positive, I'm going to be taking all white dots. When I'm negative, I'm going to be taking all purple dots. When I'm doing reversals in negative, I'm going to be doing white dot, green dot. When I'm doing reversals in positive trend, I'm going to be doing purple dot, red dot. This really keeps you out of trouble 90% of the time, because when you're trying to do reversals, they need to be confirmed. And very often, when you're in a trend, they're not confirmed. So you don't really do this. In this particular case, gold has just been money, money, money. It's, here it is, confirmed on this trade. This trade, you would have come in here, you would have repaired it over here, and it would have, evened out over here. So you would have been able to just simply trade the repair trade over here in gold. This one, you simply had boom, straight out. This one straight out on target. So 3 reversal trades worked like a charm. And then in the midst of all these 3 reversal trades, you also had 1 trend trade. You had the purple move here. You sold here, boom, right then and there. So literally 4 trades in a matter of 40 minutes. So 10 minutes a trade, and that's it. Yeah, I'm not using. I took Christmas off. It's not that Christmas. This is effectively a Christmas tree trade, but I'm making it so much simpler by just letting you trade on the dot level. I just want you, like, you can put the Christmas trees on, and you'll see this. This is actually a Christmas tree trade as well. If you want to keep it that way, you can do it. Be my guest. But I wanted to just get down to the purest look of scalping using dots. We can overlay the Christmas trees. We can do Christmas tree positional trades. You can do a whole bunch of other stuff with those things. But I felt that if I keep the chart with minimal amount of signage and just pure 1, 2, go, 1, 2, go, 1, 2, go, it's going to make it a lot easier for you guys to follow the trades, see the trades, and so on and so forth. And also, I think the less visual elements I have, the less stress I put on the computer, so it becomes a lot easier to make sure that you are getting it all done, right? So how many hours do you generally trade per day? It's completely dependent on each individual, but I'm assuming everybody probably does 2 or 3 hours, whether at once, after work, or in between a day, or grabbing a couple of hours here and there. I'm assuming everybody does between 1 and 2 hours. So if you're sort of following this structure, and let's say we're only going to do gold, we're not even going to do NASDAQ. You have a reasonable expectation to have a trade every 20 minutes. So you have 3 or 4 trades within an hour that you could practice. And obviously, if you have a little time and you have a couple of hours, then you have like 10 trades under your belt. It really, really makes it much easier to understand the process. Once you've really perfected the process, then you can just simply apply it all across the flow. All right, so we're going to move on. I'm just going to show you again. I'm going to go move on to my 22 account because 20 got resolved. And I will say this, guys, I have not had a losing trade in gold. Every fucking losing trade I had today was in NASDAQ. So take that for what it's worth. I'm happy to trade NASDAQ with you, but it's just nowhere near the success rate that I have with gold, which is a beautifully trending instrument. Now, it doesn't mean it's not working, but it doesn't work nearly as well. So, like for example, in this particular condition, where positive trend, we have a white dot. I would have been long here at 8. I would have come back down to buy it around 2. The stop would have been like underneath here. Would I have been able to resolve it? Probably like right around 8 over here. So I would have still been able to resolve this trade with a small repair. But you can see the NASDAQ really does a number on you, right? Including this kind of like, you were long here. This just flips you back. I got stopped, and then I went in the second trade. And, of course, the second trade worked fine. But these kind of herky-jerky, stop out moves, very emblematic, and you have to just accept it. And it's one of the reasons why I like to trade it this. So I start the way I look at it at my stops and targets. And in order to do this, you have to kind of look over here. Gold is about a $5 average candle right now, which means that my stop is 8, my target is 2. Anywhere where it's anytime where the gold is above 3. I have to go for more than a dollar. I have to go for $2 because I have to give myself more room on the spread. NASDAQ is actually super tight. It's only like 10 points. So here you could easily go for 5 points. It's all contingent on what's the near term, the 10-point average, the 10 candle average thing here. Gold obviously has a lot more volatility. So this is what I love, by the way, about gold, is that gold not only is super steady, but it's super rangy. Like it's got super strong moves. It'll move 200 points, but it's not going to spike out like 10 points against you and then come back up like NASDAQ does, right? And that makes it very, very attractive. I mean, gold was like a 4,250, and then it came all the way down to all the way below here, and all the way along, you could have been able to make money here, make money here, make money here on just continuity trades. Right? Is that clear, LNL? Did I need to repeat myself? Is everybody clear on what I just said on all the trades? So the general idea is you have. And by the way, here's gold, right? We'll see if this trade works. Now, the cool thing is sometimes you may not have a lot of confidence in the trade. Like I don't have enough confidence because this is a higher purple, right? So if this kind of shows me a purple, this is a purple sell, meaning that the overall trend is negative, but you can clearly see that the short-term trend is climbing up. So whether this is going to be a good sell signal or not really remains to be seen. It may not even be a sell signal. But the very fact that I am rotating through accounts, I don't care. I'll take the trade. If it doesn't work, we'll just move on. If it does work, great. You take it. It banks more P&L into your position. You're not tormented and tortured with every single trade by rotating your positions. Okay, so where is this thing? I can't see if it's giving me. No, it's not giving me a. It's actually holding, which is a good sign. A good sign for bulls, meaning that the gold is kind of doing a V-shaped recovery here in the morning. You don't, Jay. It's not ready. The well charts does not have the average thing. It honestly, it might be like till next week that I do that. It's just it's a sort of a thing that I was able to do over the weekend. Obviously, I can do anything I want on trade charts because I can code it, but I'll have to ask these guys, and they're going to be pretty busy. So we'll get it down to you. That's why I offer you both conditions, so you can always have trading view as the primary thing for the time being. What's going on with trading view? Hang on a second. Do we have look at this. So NASDAQ has see, look at this, what I mean about NASDAQ. White dot, what time is it? It doesn't matter. It's 10 before the thing. But here's a perfect example where, you could have been long here and it kind of reverses on you. It's just a much choppier, a much choppier product. And it's, you just have to accept that and, ride those stop out waves, come back and resolve them later. All right now I got 46 seconds and gold showing me a purple sell dot, or flirting with that. If it holds, we'll take it. If it doesn't, then we're going to go into moratorium because it's 9:23, and we'll wait until 9:35 or so for any fresh signals, because we're going to let the market open, come back out. How's everybody doing? I'm getting a lot of emails from people saying that they are passing a lot of eval accounts, which is really good. I'm glad to see that. Make sure you guys all get the Apex accounts. Who's in Florida, especially Boca Raton or near Boca Raton, like anywhere, Broward, Miami, West Palm Beach. If you are near there, we are going to be in Boca next Tuesday live at the Boca Marriott, the world's jappiest Marriott in Town Center Hall, Boca. So if you want to come join us, please come join us. I'd love to have you. Let me what the fuck is this thing? It's tradesummit.com. Let me just pull this up. Hang on a second. I'll if you guys hold on. No, it's traders. Summit.com. Oh man, now I hang on, guys, just bear with me. Oh, it's day trade. That's what it is. Jesus Christ, I thought I forgot. It's day trade. Right? No. God. All right, just bear with me a second, guys. Here, I got 5 seconds. Let's join ask. See if I can get into this trade. All right, I'm in the trade, and I'm in the gold trade right now. And where's my position? I'm in at 502. I'm going to put 702 as my repair trade here in case I need it. My stop is going to be above this candle. Let's see if how the trade works. Five minutes to the open. A little bit of vol in gold. Yeah, day trade summit. I can't spell. So Tony, very, very important about slope and everything. Oh, hold on a second. Where am I? Am I in the trade? Yeah, I'm in the trade. Okay, so I have blended price. Probably going to get my ass kicked on this because I told you this was not. I shouldn't have traded in front of the news, but I'm going to average myself into here. See if I can repair this trade. Okay, here's my position. So I'm at 602 blended. Sorry, I'm a little distracted, guys. 602 blended. I'm looking to see if I can repair this trade at this level. Put a stop over there. Tony, only when I'm in big trend. In other words, so I'm only doing this in sync with a big trend, right? And as I said, this is probably a dumb idea when the slope is green, and it's clearly a higher low, right? This is a low probability trade. I knew it going in here. I just wanted to sort of show you the mechanics of it as far as the trade goes. But generally, the idea is yes, yeah. It gives you the early entry in the big. You're just making a big bet on the early trend, and you're hoping that if it doesn't really have a lot of continuity, you can at least get some continuity on the repair side, which is what I'm trying to do right now. But obviously, may not work because gold just kind of spiked out on a sell here. But it looks like gold really wants to go back up over the 4,200. So I'm probably going to eat this trade with you guys here, as I knew I would, because it's not a good clean looking trade. I always like to show you as many setups as possible, and that's my Achilles heel, because I will be nowhere near as selective as a result of it. Market opening up in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to switch over here because it's easier for me to see the NASDAQ. So I'm not trading anything because obviously we have the first 10 minutes pre-market is always a very, very choppy mood. But once the market opens up, we'll see what signals we have in NASDAQ, and we'll trade those as well. I think that will be easy if I switch between NASDAQ on TradingView and gold on here. This way, I'm not really stressing out the charts. So gold, by the way, is turning positive. Obviously, give me a white dot. That wouldn't be a signal for me to go long, because I would need a white dot, green dot. It's still in a negative trend mode, but clearly, it's much more of a buyer's market than a seller's market. That's why I really thought this was a shitty trade, because and I just was hoping I was going to resolve it. So I'm going to eat this trade, but legitimate stop. Hey, great, Santiago. Wonderful. Love to see you there, man. Awesome. Tony, so you follow me, Tony? I'm just trying to keep it as minimal amount of rules as possible. So there's not a lot of conditionality to the trade. In this case, obviously, it was just stupid, but that's the beauty of not really committing to one account. All right, I'm stopped out on this. We actually have a white dot. Let's move on to the next account, the 23 account. I'm going to go over here. You have to synchronize it over here, and let's see if this grants me a green dot over here. In the meantime, I'm going to just switch over to NASDAQ, see what's going on over here. NAS is dropping below 25 on the open. Market open right now, 9:30. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to do the same thing on TradingView, which is get rid of all labels so you guys can just, what's going on over here? Oh, it's super slow. Wow, it's really, really super slow on the open. Yeah, trade. Everything is super slow in the open, guys. Okay, green dot here. We're in a fresh account. Let's see if this is going to work for me on the gold side. I got 59 seconds left. It's got to hold, but if it does, I'm going to get long here, and with a stop underneath here. And if it comes, retraces against me, I'll repair myself once. Alas, no move. No signal yet. But the cool thing with, like watching the dots is maybe it won't be this candle, but it'll be the next candle, and so on and so forth. Although no. Now I have a, secondary sell. So I really do have to, in this account, take it as a sell. Okay, join ask. Come on. Yeah, okay. I'm in the trade. I stayed at the ask over here in the trade instead of trying to chase this trade down. So my where's my position? Oh, and I'm done. And we're done right over here. See how easy that was? Super easy. Boom, boom, boom. I took the trade off the dot, and it went with the trend. Johannesburg, Africa. Nice to have you. Welcome. Okay, you guys saw that. So in this particular case, I held on to, was it Santiago or was it, I forget, Christopher? Maybe it was Christopher who sort of really insists that we sell at the ask by the bid. And he's absolutely right. You get your risk element just becomes so little. I was able to just get myself filled here. Boom, got myself resolved. The trade goes forward, and now we'll move on to the next account. I just basically rotate right through the next trade. So now I go to the 27 account, and then once we're done with that, we'll go back through the rotation again. So 27. You see how cool that is? It's just you simply rotate. Right, NASDAQ has no signal so far. It's like between 10 and 20 per contract. But remember, I'm doing this again. The whole point is, let me show you. I'm trying to run a portfolio all the way through here. Oh, this is the only one. This is the only account that's actually negative on the thing. See, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 accounts. Only one of them is just tiny bit net negative on a fully realized basis, right? And the day's kind of just started, and I took a bad trade, decidedly so. But slowly but surely, this is the way I'm trading right now is to show you that instead of just simply blowing every single funded account you have, you can run these for the next month, and maybe every single one of them will be a payout account, or at least 2 or 3 of them. If 2 or 3 of these is a payout account, you are way ahead of the game, because this cost you $100 and you're going to be able to collect $2,000, right? So that's the game of numbers that I want to run with you, and that's only on wealth charts, and then you have the exact same structure on TradingView. Okay, so that's the long-term plan, right? It's not about how much money you make per trade. It's how much money you're going to collect in payout that you want to be focused on, right? So I'm trading ultra small. I'm trading so small that that I'd be the first one to admit that it's very, very conservative. But the game here is to stay alive, right? The game is to stay alive until you thrive. Ooh, I like that. PA is available for payout when you reach 53,100 on a 50,000 account and 27,100 on a $25,000 account. So it's not very, not very, very far. Thank you. Yes. Everybody likes that little saying. I think we're gonna have to make a IG card out of it. Okay, so here I am, my nemesis, Nasdaq, positive. But let's do this in TradeOvate just for shits and giggles. Let me find a TradeOvate account. Okay, we'll do the 25 account. Let me see if this is 25 on the 25. Yeah, 25 account. So first I got to get the white dot. But what I want to show you here is positive trend. Red is above the glue. It's ugly. Slope is negative as fuck. But I'm going to just make a bet that if this stays white, I'm going to have a reasonable chance to resolve this trade with a stop underneath here. So this could be here, with a stop over here. How much time do I have left on the candle? Why is nothing? Oh, because it's not even. Oh, because the thing doesn't even pop up until 30 seconds into the close. So it's still early. 42 seconds on the clock. The underlying thought here is if they can create momentum, then we have high degree of confidence that there's some continuity. If they can't create momentum, then we don't have anything to do. Now you see, look at that. They tried to create momentum, and it kind of just went away, right? They just the longs got smacked, and this is a perfect example of why I love the dots, because once a dot disappears, there's no trade, right? It's only good if the dot holds. So now let's see. Now it's really got a lot of battle to go. It's got to clear this whole high in order for us to even get a dot. But this was a great example of why I love the structure of this thing, because it generally doesn't give you false positives a lot of times. All right, so we made money on the shorts. We're just sort of chilling. We're negative bid in both gold and Nasdaq. So we really need to go positive. We need confirmation, meaning that I need a white dot, green dot. Yeah, Dan, I'll probably do it. I'm actually trying to finagle Apex out of some of their swag, because they're going to be with us in Boca. So I'm hoping they're going to bring some swag so I can show it to you guys on stream, caps and everything else. Okay, so here's gold, white dot, right? It's 50 seconds left. We're just chilling. This is not a trade for us. What we need is green dot too. So we really need a confirmation that this is a true reversal signal, because we're still negative bid. Where is Nasdaq? Where is this? Nasdaq is going to turn negative trend, right? It's really going to turn negative trend very soon. Okay. It's a little quiet for sure. Not a lot of press. So gold peaking, giving me a possible idea that there's more upside to go here. So I am going to stay with my gold. Gold really, I think, pretty impressive that it ran through the 42s obviously had a big sell off over here, but they just keep buying. They just keep buying every dip in gold, right? Really, really good looking, strong trade here. Ken says the market internals are strong, that NASDAQ reversal is coming. Let's see. Hope you're right. We'll take a look at it. If it's coming, the dots will show us. 33, 34. Waiting to see if this dot holds. If the dot holds, we'll go long. If it doesn't, we'll just stay patiently. Maybe the next candle or the candle after that. Let's see what NASDAQ is doing. NASDAQ is still pretty negative. 10 seconds. I'm going to join bid here, see if I can get in. I'm in. My stop is underneath this white dot over here. My position is at 10.5, so I'm going to be at 8.5 on the repair trade if I need it. And we'll trade the 12.5. Let's see what it can do here. Hey, SJ, are you there? Are you in the room? I know you you needed the wealth charts activated. I'm going to do that after the show. So and there it goes. There's the gold. Now, very important, cancel all. I'll make sure that this one is, you don't have a dangling trade there. So gold, I told you, gold is money. Gold is money in the purest sense of the word, meaning that it's just, if you're trading today, gold is just really money. It's the trade of the day. NASDAQ is a piece of shit in my opinion as far as instrument goes. Gold, literally, I think I did 20, 30 trades this morning. 19 winners out of gold, and all the losers in this. Yeah, SJ. So I will set you up. I'm sorry, it just takes a day or two because we have to do it by email. So it will be it'll be done. I promise you. Okay. End of the day, it should be set up there. Can I answer the trade with another? You mean like on a second green dot or a third green dot? Is that what you're asking me, Dave? You could, but the probability becomes lower. It's that first. It's the first slice. It's the first part of the trend that you're trying to capture the highest probability move, which is the initial move. But lots of people trade continuity for if you think the trend is really strong, if you have a lot of confidence the trend is going to be strong, then yeah, you can definitely do more trading on that. Absolutely. Now, by the way, you see how it's kind of it's giving me a purple dot here in a negative trend. I'm going to rotate back to the 11 account. Let me do it over here too. If I have a purple dot, I'm going to go short. Because while gold has definitely had a big pop off the 4,200, it's also stalling over here, right? It's stalling, which means we might be a little bit, it might be ready for a little bit more profit taking. We're not doctrinaire. I do love gold. I mean, generally, I think if I'm a positional trader, I would just buy every dip in gold. There's no way you could lose at this point because it's such a strong trend. But if we're scalping, we have to be mindful of both sides of the trade. Yes. So for those of you guys who want to sign up, let me explain to you how the free Apex accounts work. So first of all, here's the link if you want to sign up to my coaching. Coaching is every Thursday night, 7 p.m. New York. So the next one will be what's today? Today is Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? Fuck day is today? Are we on Tuesday or Wednesday, guys? Where are we? All right, whatever day is today, on Thursday will be the show. I think today is Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday. Jesus Christ, I've totally lost track of time. So tomorrow. Anyways, the way the free accounts work is you join my coaching. I actually refund you $97. And you can use that money as credit for all of your Apex accounts. You can buy whatever accounts you want with that credit. That's the way you do it. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to do Marathon Thursday because it's like very contingent. There's no, is this hold on a second, guys. Oh no, it's not purple yet. I'm looking to see if it's a purple dot here. Okay. Looking like a purple dot right now. I don't know if we'll do it tomorrow yet, just because, with the Boca Summit and everything else, I'm kind of like, and the government being on shutdown, I'm sort of on the fence as to whether we're going to do this this week. There's not a lot, there's not a lot of volatility to trade because the government data is all released. Are they going to release the PPI tomorrow? Is that a given? Because I thought they were going to do the CPI on 24th. Let's see what they say. Let me just hold on a second. Let me just check the. All right. So you see this bullshit Nasdaq. I mean, it's very, very hard to make the argument that this is a we're still in a buy trend because the 8-period SMA is literally just curling over. So if you were to buy this white dot again, it would have been a kind of a marginally bad trade. You obviously have to have, I think, just a small. There's almost no way to be completely robotic about this. You have to have a little bit of an element of interpretation, but it's not very hard to interpret. No, there's probably not a buy when the slope is like literally 100 degrees negative and they're just about ready to cross over to negative territory. We're basically now negative territory, and we should be looking for purple dot trades in Nasdaq as we start the move. The 8 SMA is blue occasionally, not always, right? 8 SMA is only blue when the slope is flat. But it shouldn't be blue all the time. If your thing isn't looking like this, just simply delete it and reattach your thing. Oh shit, I missed a trade, guys. Fuck me. I'm sorry, guys. That's always the problem, right? You guys are talking. I'm sorry. I'm like, you got the idea. This would have been a good clean trade. I'm sorry I missed this. I can't. The beauty is that as I said, there's a trade every 10 minutes. The bad part is I'm talking and I'm doing a million different things, so I will miss it. Anyways, I hope I explained how the free Apex stuff works. Hope some of you banked on this gold trade, which was a nice clean trade. You would have come in 404 and low was 2. It would have been an easy trade here. Now you're a true trader. That is a true trader. That I'm saving this quote. All right. I'm screenshotting this quote because I think that's the truest thing ever. I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to myself so that I can post it later. That's a very, very true thing. Oh my God. Guys, I got to show this to you. This is like, I'm sorry. This is the funniest thing ever. Actually, you know what? I can't show it to you. I'll leave it alone. Besson is talking China tariffs. Yes. I mean, honestly, I think it's, and that's why gold is a much cleaner trade, right? For everybody. because it's pretty obvious that that's the flow. Okay, so another white dot in gold. I mean, between you and I, guys, I would just only trade gold. Even when you have occasionally, false signals, they are literally like 1 out of 10 on the false side. Almost every single, like if you look at this, if we just simply look at gold on a signaling basis, right? From just 8:30, you take the green here, you repair the whole trade. Winner, second winner, third winner. This one was a loser. This is the one where but this was before the market, and I deserved to lose it. This one was a winner. So that's okay. Even if I count this, that's 1, 2, 3, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, right? And now it could be at 7-1, and that's where we want to be. 7-1 on the win ratio. This is the next setup right now. White dot, we get a green dot, we're going to go long. I will say this, another thing that I think is kind of important. When we're scalping, the way I'm scalping dots, it's really counterproductive to actually look at even look at two instruments, because you miss opportunities when you do that. If I have like a couple of big screens and I have both instruments on the same screen, then yeah, I think it's fine. But if you're sort of looking at one trade, I would definitely just simply trade gold and not even worry about it. We had 8 trades in 2 hours, 4 trades an hour. I mean, it's an amazing amount of opportunity. And the whole thing is you don't need to. You could be doing real work in the meantime, emails, or answering all kinds of stuff, because you don't need to zone in. You just simply need to see when the setup occurs, take the trade, and do it. Yes, we do, SJ. You see that? You notice that I'm not moving? It's not a green dot until the candle closes. Otherwise, it's a fake out. That's the whole point. It's not real until the candle closes, because then it's not really a signal. At around like minus 10 seconds, I'm going to join bid and see if I can get into this trade. If it still holds. The danger of that is I could get faked out in the last 10 seconds, but the upside is I get a pretty decent fill. So this time I may just even wait a little longer than 10 seconds. All right, join bid. Okay, I'm in. My stop is underneath the white. I'm going to put this over here, this white dot. My positional trade here for 11.15. So I want to be like 11.5. So I want to be like 9.5, somewhere around here on the bid. And let's see if we can push it higher for us. So this is my repair level over here at 9.5. All right, I'm in at 9.5. Now I'm just going to move the target over here to short a target and put my self stop above over here to tighten up my risk. And let's see if it works. I want to do this over here. Okay. On the eval, yes. On the paid, I'm just using micros. But it's expensive. Like don't get fooled that on the evals that's like a $300-400 hit when it goes against you. So There is a completely different structure that I use on evals, which I will oh, and it looks like, do we go positive? Which I will, share with you guys in coaching. There's actually a trick to how I pass all my evals. It's not the same way as I trade for real. Like, I call this trading for real because this is funded accounts with proper risk and structure. I'll show you what I do on the evals. When it comes in. But it requires, cheap accounts. So that's why you got to get a lot of the Apex cheap accounts. SJ, this is trading. This is this is you're learning by watching me. It's not complicated. I show you exactly where I'm coming in, why I'm coming in, why I'm what I'm repairing, and I'm just holding the trade. It's either going to be a winner or a loser, and then we move on to the next one. The whole idea is I show you the exact same pattern at least 10 times a day. You watch me for 5 days, you will have 50 visuals of this thing, and that will give you, and then you'll try it yourself, and then you'll be hitting forehands just like Bjorn Borg, to date myself. And also, of course, everybody creates their own variances of the stuff. My idea is to give you the structure, and then you, of course, can create your own variances of how you want to do this. What's the wow to, Ben? What was the wow referring to? You had a Bjorn Borg racket with a two-handed grip. Yes. Okay. I actually remember the Borg McEnroe Wimbledon match like it was yesterday. It was still the greatest match ever in the history of tennis. And I know there's like I think Alvarez is great. I think Sinig is great. I think what's his name? Oh my God. Now I'm blanking out. The Swiss guy was in his prime, was probably the greatest tennis player ever, but it still was the greatest match. So we're chopping, guys. Wow, we're really a little bit of a battle here on the Bulls and the Bears, as gold obviously, creating a lot of two-way trade and very, very tight price action. Let me just, so we're in this trade. It's either, it's either going to go or not go. So we missed the NASDAQ because I was sort of focused on that, but that's fine. NASDAQ has now turned positive bid. Ken was right that there was clearly, this was an interesting buy. Whatever internal he was using, that was an interesting little look. And as I said, the dots would have given us a signal. If we took this white green dot, that would have been a nice clean trade for us on the thing. I just simply, was watching gold. So we're going to leave it, left it as is. Let's see what happens now in NAS, if NAS wants to develop a little bit of a move. Also, you guys were asking me about tomorrow, what the calendar looks like, right? So today we got nothing. This is a really good link, by the way. This guy used to work for Kathy and I, and he created actually Federer. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ, Federer. Federer is the greatest tennis player ever. I will say this, because I watched the highlights and I'm just always astounded at how good he was. But Borg McEnroe was just the greatest thing ever. Anyways, great website, Trading Economics. This guy used to work for us, and it's just incredibly rich and deep in data as it pulls everything around. So this is Thursday. Let's see what's supposed to be on the U.S. side. We have Philly Fed. No, I don't see any PPI, guys. That's why I'm saying I don't think we're gonna release anything. So, oh, we got done on the gold trade, guys. The patience paid off. See, boom, 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 and we're ready to pop. So that was good. We're actually getting a white dot on a negative trend trade, so we still need a green dot for confirm. But gold now. See, I told you gold is just really 20 points on 5 contracts long on MES. That's good. Dot PDF, Dave, is it? Oh, you want like a PDF? Oh, you mean Trading View says PPI and retails. Yeah, because Trading View is not it's not updated for the government shutdown. Wow, look at that rip, man. That thing just went boom. And that's, my whole point is this is why the process is so good. In, repair, patience, boom. Let it rip. We could have had the same move in the NAS too, but just can't catch them all. But you see, my point is, like, this is the simplest, cleanest pattern. You trade trend in it, you trade counter trend in it, just simply looking at the dot structure, and hopefully 7 out of 8 resolve for you. And then there's going to be then I'm going to share with you a couple of dirty little tricks that you can do even in your funded accounts to keep everything even. Yeah, $10 gold and move and done, right? Actually, you know what I got to do? We got to move to the next account. So let's go to the next account, 14 account, because this is like my 3rd or 4th rotation already today through the accounts. See, trying to keep everything green. The only problem child is this one, and that's not bad when when you're talking about all the other stuff. It's really pretty good. Remember, in this multiple account approach that I'm using, and I'll show this in coaching in more details, you could literally blow 8 out of 10 of your accounts and still make money overall if the other 2 accounts go to payout mode. Like, this is a secret that nobody wants to share with you, but that is literally the way you make money out of prop. It's not by taking one account, putting it into copy trader, and betting it all. That's almost always how everybody blows it up. Hey, Ken, I'm actually curious, because you were calling for the reversal. I'm curious what if yeah, I mean, you had the same, you could have picked it up without the formula, just using dots. Would the dots have picked a turn for us? And the dots would have easily, actually, the dots, MES is much stronger bid. Like, look at this. It was all positive bids here still throughout, right? If you held this over here, this would have been positive, and this was certainly positive. Reversal positive. So S&P actually has stronger signals today than NASDAQ, which is interesting. That's interesting to consider. Back to NASDAQ over here. Back to gold. Now we might turn positive bid in gold, and we are certainly positive bid in NASDAQ. Yeah, gold's been done for a couple minutes. You know, I had gold hit. So who's trading? Who's trading prop in the room? Let's do a little quiz or a little poll today. Just a simple yes, no. I'm curious to say, I am trading prop. Doesn't have to be futures, just any prop. I'm just curious how many people are prop trading. Yeah, I put a poll in there. Just answer the poll, guys. This way we can have an idea of the ratios. Wow, this thing is, we're up. Look at this. Look at this reversal. 100 points in NAS. Nice and clean. Now, somebody was asking me, was it Dave or somebody? He was like, can I buy additional green dots? So Dave, I'm going to show you something that seems so counterintuitive, but literally one of the greatest signals there is. And the reason I'm going to say this to you is because I'm always on the wrong side of this, because I always love to sell tops by bottoms. But if you have green dots that are popping that are away from the moving average, you see how far away they are? They're just stretching the fuck away. The easiest, smartest trade is not to sell this, but to buy it. Buy it here, buy it here, buy it here. It's the hardest thing to buy it here, but this is the trade. We're going to go to 2100, 25,100 probably on the move. You see how, like, when the green dots start to actually peel away from the moving average, the smart trade is to buy it, not sell it. You know, within reason, two or three times in a row. So if you like to trade really pure momentum, just, you know, go, 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 that is a good way of doing it. I will, Alan, but obviously, you know, with some exceptions. You see what I told you? Look at this. See, if you had gone 82, you're already 10 points in the money. It's maddening how long it took me to learn this, but this is like, for those of you guys who love to trade pure momentum, there is no greater momentum than when the dots are popping and the moving average is actually totally left in the dust. That means that the trade is really, really strong to the upside. So I wouldn't chase now because you already had 3 or 4 of these, you know, pullaways. I would only do like after the first or the second pull away. You also have the same, I think, structure on the downside. Do we fall? I think you can see this. You know where you can see this better? Because gold like fell like a stone for a while. So I think, where's the yeah, here's, so see gold falls away, right? And now you see the red dots peeling away from the moving average. You got, like, once you have that kind of condition where the red dot is totally peeled away, boom, boom, boom. It's the trade is to the downside. These are classic momentum signatures, where they, you know, they're peeled away. A positive bid in gold. You know, we could have had another trade. Sorry, guys. I was sort of like, we got done here. This should have been an entry for us. I should have been long here, repair trade here. That would have gotten done again. I just wasn't focusing. I'm just sort of, you know, I'm a little bit all over the place today. Ali, where do you live in Norway? Do you live in Oslo? That'd be one. Good job on the trade. Nice job on the gold trade. All right, let's see how many people trade prop. If you guys answer my poll today. Ooh, Jesus. That is a very, very skewed result. 95%, 94%. Very nice. Okay, I'm glad all the prop traders here. Are there new people here in the room who've never traded prop, who would like me to explain to them what it's about? Just say yes. I'm happy to talk to you. Rocco, Jesse, where are you guys from, guys? Long Island, Michigan. Oh, nice. We're in Michigan. Kay and I used to work for a company in Grand Rapids a long time ago. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So prop trading, in its simplest explanation, is simulated trading. You're trading on simulated accounts, real market prices, real market execution. These are simulated accounts, and you are essentially trading a challenge. You are trying to pass the rules of the prop firm. If you pass the rules, you take a test, you pass the rules, you then move on to what's called the funded stage, which is where everybody is in the room with me. I specialize in helping you guys get to that funded stage. And then you trade. Yes, gold is all-time highs. I mean, Calvin, it's rocking. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for a setup, my friend. I have it on the screen. I'm waiting. And once you're in the payout stage, that's where the action gets real. Because then, if you start performing to their specifications, if you start hitting their targets, you're then eligible for payout of real money. So it's an incredibly cool way to do a couple of things. Test strategies if you're a seasoned trader. Practice if you're sort of a starting trader, and learn if you're a beginning trader, because you are literally learning on 1/100th the amount of money you need. If you're trading with real money, you need $10,000 minimum, and you're going to lose it in a month. If you're really, really good, you lose it in 3 months. Guarantee you will lose it, because it's impossible to master the market quickly. If you're trading prop, all in, I mean, Apex is like, the reason we love Apex is because they're like literally $25. But all in, with your payout fees, like when you're paying the payout accounts, it's $100. So you literally can have 1,000 or 100. No, 100. It's 100 times 100. Yeah, you can have 100 prop accounts and still not burn as much money as just one account to practice with. So that's why prop is become so popular. It allows any retail trader anywhere in the world to be able to trade the market and have a chance to make money from the market without risking their own money. And it's a lot of fun. So that's what prop's all about. We have our friends at Apex are very good. We love them. They're going to come join us in Boca. And as I said, the reason I love them is because not only are they very, very good with their rules, but they're literally the cheapest. I put the code up there, feel free to use it. The price of a mid-lunch, as my daughter says, very mid-lunch in New York City, is more than getting 5 prop accounts and trading those really well. And if you're really, really interested, as I said, you guys can join my coaching over here, and I will actually give you a refund, and you could use that to buy up to 5 prop accounts on Apex. So hopefully you enjoy it. No problems. Apex has paid out officially. I think they said a couple $100 million, but unofficially, I think they paid out almost $500 million in payouts. Just a ridiculous amount of money. If you follow their rules, if you do a good job, one of the things that you see with me is I'm very much in the follow the rules crowd. I don't, I'm trading small. I'm trading consistently. I'm doing everything that a prop firm wants to see in order to be able to have confidence in having a relationship with you. So it's not as glamorous, as exciting as some asshole showing you they made $10,000 of virtual money in 1 minute. But those same assholes have also literally lost 500 evaluation accounts. I don't know if you guys saw the lawsuits flying around, but it really cracks me up. All the YouTube gurus who I can, having traded for real my whole life, I can tell somebody is bullshit in 1 second. And I can tell every one of them is a total bullshit trader. But the funniest part is, like, they got involved in this big lawsuit, and as part of the lawsuit, public records, the guy literally, one of the biggest YouTube streamers who just, everybody thinks is the cat's meow, complete bullshit. He literally topped out, like what's the word I'm looking for? Just basically failed 500 evaluation accounts, which I can't even imagine. I can't imagine how bad you have to be to fail 500 evaluation accounts, but he did. So I find that very amusing. Almost had a little bit of a sell signal in gold, but no. Gold looks pretty good. Still, now holding bid for us nicely here. What's NASDAQ doing? Oh, NASDAQ has got a buy. Let me go buy NASDAQ. We're going to do this on Trade Evade. Join bid. Let's see if I can get there. All right, I'm in NASDAQ. Let me show you this trade. So underneath the white is my trade. This is a kind of a tight trade, right? So I'm in at 94. Oh no, it's actually a big retrace. I'm in at 94, and I want to be a buyer, I guess, at like 84, maybe 88. All right, so I'm in on my second trade here. Is NASDAQ going to fuck me again? Hopefully not. Okay, so this is my repair trade. A little bit shallow, maybe a little bit too shallow on my repair trade, but it is what it is. And I'm going to target this. I'm just going to target tighter because I'm a little bit late on this execution. Fuck. Let's see if I can survive this this reversal. We'll see. Okay. Oh, 1440. I just want to make sure I'm in the same account. Oh, white dot in gold. So watching that trade. Lance Bernstein is completely legitimate. So Lance Bernstein is not what I'm talking about. He is a truly great trader and totally legit. And you can tell because he's not an asshole. Waiting for this white dot in gold. 1.09 on the clock. Back to gold. Okay, 35 seconds, signal in gold. We're going to join bid in about T minus 10 seconds. See how this trade plays out. Join bid. Okay, we're in the trade. Stop is underneath the white candle. Position is 25.7, so we're going to be at 23.7 on the repair side if we need be, and let's see how it plays out. I'm just going to get out. I'm getting out of my NASDAQ trade at a scratch just because I really have zero patience for it. It's probably going to go to my target, but I want to focus on gold. And I'd rather trade the gold trade. Let's see what gold wants to do for me. NASDAQ was had like 4 or 5 candles of trying to repair that trade. Remember, I like to use a time stop as well as a money stop. If it didn't have, if it couldn't rally in 10 minutes, it's probably going to rally now. You guys know. I mean, I always enter now. It's probably going to hit target, but I don't give a shit. I'm just, I'd rather be flat on this trade and just get out. Let's see what gold wants to do. Yes. So if in wealth charts, when you get if the repair triggers, there'll be a second stop, and I move and I adjust the stop tighter. If there's a repair trade. Right now, there's just a limit in there underneath there. You can see it on the charts. So I was trying to see if we can move if the gold trade can move our way. We're looking at 27.7 for the exit. I'm getting close. Come on, baby. Come on. So close and yet so far away. Literally one on the offer. One on the offer came in. I could have exited flat, but I'm trying to show you proper way of trading, which trust me is a pain in the ass. If it was me, I'd just be blowing all this stuff out. But I really want you to see good habits, and that means eating, suffering, the one tick miss, which happens all the time. Because the whole idea here is to show you live trading, not bullshit trading, and to show you real-time results. So, yes, I suffer with you. I suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. GC resolved for Rick. It did not resolve for me, bitch. Now I'm going to be in repair trade mode. Okay, I'm in repair trade mode in a second. First thing I'm going to do is move my stops to tighten them up because I don't want this thing. If it goes against me, I'm just going to have to eat this. This is unfortunate. This whole gold trade. What the hell's going on? Why can't I? Ugh. Where's my stops? Okay, and then I'm going to move my limits. Where's my limits? Ugh, I can't move everything. Looks like I'm going to get totally reversed on this trade. Let me see. I can't quite see this. No, I have two stops over here. I'm basically just managing my stop right now because I don't care about the limit, because I want to make sure the risk is controlled. And if we pop back up, then we'll manage the exits. Here's the exit. Oh, I just realized something. I got clipped. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm actually just only man. You know what? I'm gonna flatten out of this trade. I'm out of this trade. I'm just gonna flatten. Okay, I'm out of this trade. I just realized that I got stopped out on one lot, and I was just managing the second lot. So fine. Gold is reversing. If we get a green dot, we're gonna go the short route on the next account. The gold trade literally missed my target by one tick and completely reversed against me. That happens. Small hit to me, and we're going to just simply go to the next account and just run that. Which account am I in? 18. Okay. You see how like having multiple accounts really keeps you grounded from not really caring about the tiny little losses. So in this case, gold, ran to the 20 to the highs. We have purple dots over here. And if we have red dots, we're going to take a short because it's going to tell us that gold is starting to reverse, can't hold the highs. NASDAQ trade would have totally worked all the way to the upside, but we just let it go. All right, gold going back up to the white dot, which gives me a second chance to get long, right, in this other account. So if this holds the white dot, we're going to go long again. This time I might tighten my target a little bit. It was just a little bit outside of my my reach. So I want to have confidence that I want to make this trade happen. Nope, no white dot, so we'll let it go. When I say I'm repairing a trade, I'm buying at the high of the candle or at the close of the candle, and then I'm buying a second position on a retrace, adjusting my stops and targets, and then and that's it. That's what I mean by repair. My blended price becomes better when I buy on the retrace. Now, if I don't have to buy on the retrace, I don't. And then I'm just simply going straight up. Is that clear, Dave? Okay. It just gives me an extra opportunity to make sure the trade resolves positively. In this particular trade, it was brutal because I came in on the close was 25.9 and the high here was 27.6. Like literally, if I had a 1 point target instead of a 2 point target, I would have easily done it. But I had too rich a target given how tight the volatility was over here. But that happens. It's okay. It's not even like, the day is practically just half done. So there's still a lot of trading to do. All right, now I'm getting purple dot, red dot. 25 seconds left. Are we, is it gonna reverse? Let's see. Let's see if it stays.
Someone is at the front door.
Hang on a second, guys. Hey, I'm not there. Go ahead and do your thing, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Okay, bye. So no, the buyers are clearly buying up any of the dips here. So we'll see if we get a white move here. This is a 25,000. I have a variety between 25 and 50,000s. This particular one is 25. Like this one is 50. No, this one's 25 too. This one is 50. So it's just a variety. Which one I was in? Now I got confused. Which one am I in? No, I'm in the 922. Ah, fuck. 18. I gotta go to 18. I just want to stay on the proper rotation. Gold symbol is GCZ. Red dot. Sellers getting a little bit of control here. Still $1.30 on the clock, so we'll see if it holds. How's NASDAQ trading? NASDAQ is trading pretty strong through the 100 level. Yeah, days when gold candles were 4 points of range. Yes. Yes, I remember the days when gold was. This is a great thing, by the way. The higher gold goes, the better a trade it is, because just the very nature of the product makes it much more volatile as a trade. All right, watching this trade. Let's see if the buyers are still trying to pop it back up. We only trade if it stays red dot on the close. I'm going to join ask here, see if I can get into the trade. All right, I'm in the trade. My position is 18. I'm going to offer out at 20 just in case I need a repair. But I'm done. I think I'm done, right? I got done. So I got done. Let me cancel everything out. See, sometimes sometimes the trade is just so fast. It goes, when the momentum really just goes so hard your way, it totally hits it. And then, I'm by going offer, I'm very often able to get a really, really good price and just get the whole thing done super fast, But, if you're in this trade, let's say you didn't get done, what I would have done is I would have been like 18, then offer out at 20, right? This went all the way down to 15, I guess. So, I would offer out, I guess, like a 19, 20, and then try to take everything back at around the 14, 15 level. Because I doubt this is going to be the bottom. I think this is going to be, at very minimum, it's going to test the lows. So however you want to do this, or however you did it, the trade, I see the trade very much like if you had just added that repair in over here, you would have been, you're already now profitable. So, but if you came in late, you would have, if you used that technique, you would have already made money. I just, happened to have done pretty well. So that's how it goes. That's the trade. It's over and over again. We did a trade like every 10 minutes here. And just about everything was very good. I got caught. There's only 2 bad trades. One of them was bad luck. The other one was just bad execution on my part. I shouldn't have done it. This was bad luck, where I took the white dot, and I just simply did not get the full target, right? However, what I wanted you to understand is, notice that I was very patient and did not take a short until I had a confirmation of a short. Very often, everybody goes like, "Oh, you have a purple dot. They got a red candle. Let me see if I can get short here." And sometimes that works, but a lot of times it doesn't. When you have the red dot, you have a lot more confidence that there's more confirmation. This is the sellers regaining control, right? The buyers couldn't hold the 25s. Now the sellers are going to press them all the way down, maybe even down to the 420 level. The game is always about who's got the control, and the dots try to show it to you in the best possible way. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I hope you guys had a good time today. All the accounts are more or less green. I think I have like 1 or 2 that I need to repair, but that's about it. Otherwise, everything is all good. And the idea of rotating through the accounts so that not any one account is going to get badly hit on a couple of bad trades is really, really the key idea of how I trade. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. All right, I'm going to see everybody tomorrow. I don't think we're going to do marathon, but we're definitely going to do regular trading tomorrow at 9 o'clock. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Don't forget Apex for discounts and coaching. If you want to join me, tomorrow's coaching day. Okay, guys. Thanks so much, guys. Every wonderful, wonderful day. Take care.